Hello, welcome to my channel. This video I will cover the in operator. Some people probably used before, like when we want to loop an object, we can using for in, okay? And the in actually kind of like the in operator here. So now let's take a look at what it is. In operator we can use to check if a property exists in an object. Here we have Steph didn't check. Let me slide show. Why my pen? This pen doesn't work anymore. Oh, I forgot to fix. Okay, I forgot. Oh, let me using this one. Here I have let user equals this name. Okay, this object have two property name, value is John, age, value is 30, and if you want to check this age is exist inside the property inside object user, you can using in operator like age. Okay, in user you will give true. That means inside the user object we have an age property. But here I'm using blah blah in user, and as we know, in our user we don't have a property called blah blah. That's why you have a false. Okay, so user.blah blah doesn't exist. And here here when we do like this one, an object, and we have property called a test. This one is special, okay? And we give the value is undefined. And when we use object.test, you will get the value undefined. But does it means the property doesn't exist? We can check, right? Test in object is gonna be true, and it means in my object I do have a test property, but the value I give undefined, and which is different from like this way. I will show you here, which is different from here. Suppose I using let object equals an empty, okay? It's an empty object, right? Doesn't have a test. When I using obj.test, you will still get undefined, because by default, if in JavaScript, if you want to read a property from an object but doesn't exist, it will give you it will give you undefined. So now let's take a look at this one for you, okay? So here we will give first I will show you this case. It's gonna work. You will see both gonna become true. One is true, one is false. Okay, let me open. Okay, one true and one false, because age exists, right? Blah blah doesn't exist. Now I have this one and the test undefined. Now when I go this obj.test, you will get undefined. Let me comment this too, okay? You will get undefined, okay? But if I remove this one, now my obj is an empty object, right? When I using obj.test, you will still get undefined, because JavaScript will give it undefined if the property cannot be defined, okay? So in this case, how can we differentiate this one with this one? Suppose I'm using obj2, okay? And now if I'm using this one and obj2, and as we know here, no matter what control S. So here when I using obj.test, I will get undefined, but when I using obj2.test, I will still get undefined. So how can we differentiate obj and obj2? Because they are obviously different, right? So you can use test in obj, and in this case, in test in obj, you will get a true, because we do have a property called a test. But if I do like this way, test in obj2, you will get a false, right? Because test doesn't exist, okay? Even though here both of the value is undefined, but they are actually different. Now let's see. You will see one is true and one is false, but their value are like same, okay? But when we're using in operator, it do have another case. And when we talk about JavaScript prototype inheritance, we'll cover more. But here I want to show you the behavior, okay? So what's the behavior? Suppose here I have let user equal this one. Now I do like this way. Let student equals object dot create user. And in this one, student is inherit from user. And now if I using console.log student, okay, I'd like to comment all other code. Okay, now I only have student. Let's see what's gonna happen inside our browser. You will see in the student you will get empty, okay? You will get empty because that is object.create. It will create an empty object to you, but as a parent will point to user. But now if I do like this way, in student, okay, and console.log name and in student, and you will see both of them will give true. Okay, both of them give true. Even though when I print student, you will see empty. But because object create will make the parent, see here, this is parent, we will talk about it in the future, and you will see name and name and the age, because the parent of student now is point to user, and in the user we have name and age, and when we check age in student, you will get true because you are looking for the parent. And name also will look for the parent, okay? And if you want to really know a property belongs to an object itself and not belongs to the parent, you should using this one. Yes, we will also student dot has own property and age. You will see false because it doesn't check the parents now. Property. Okay. You will see false because student itself, this one is an empty object. It doesn't have property age. Its parent has. So in will also find the parent, but if you're using has own property, it won't find the parent, and that's the difference. If you don't understand this one, don't worry, we will cover in the future. Here I just show you in will also loop your parent or find your parent once, okay? And let's take a look at the last slides inside this video, which is a for in loop. And if you want to loop an object, you can using for in, okay, like let person have a name, age is admin, and you can let key in person. This key will return a property name, and how to get the value, you have to using bracket notation, okay? Because if you're using dot notation, it's gonna be looking for a property name, name the key, right? So here must using bracket notation, okay? So let me show you the code here. I will comment the entire of this one. I think I can, then I will, where's my key? This one, okay. And then I go back, and user not defined. Where is the user? User not defined. Okay, let me open again. Okay, probably it's because. Okay, open again and answer. User. Oh, actually using person. Oh, user not defined. Actually using person, because here I change to use the person, because I put all the code in same one. So previous is user, I change to be, should be changed to first person. I also need to change it to be here, okay, person. Okay, so now let's take a look at, okay, now let's take a look at here. Okay, I saw the key name and the value is John, and age and value is 30, is admin, the value is true. Okay, so the key gonna represent the property name, like a name, age, and it's admin. And how to reach it using person.key, because you have to using bracket. Okay, if you're using dot notation, you are searching for a property name called the key inside the person. It won't work. Okay, so that's it for this video. And oh, by the way, sorry, when we're using in last video we talk about it, you're gonna search the parent, right? Here is when we loop, it's gonna do the same thing. Okay, it's gonna search the parent, and after we cover the prototype inheritance, well, I will show you. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you for watching my videos, and see you next time.